TDGH, Toronto, Canada. Bari bin, bari wun, bari bem. Ear.
Anyway, Adisima, my memo watching Emoha, Emma Wajo, Eba Mikasa Fidi. So, by way of introduction, within the Prince, Cogitaria MC, Milo, Canada based Ghanaian journalist. Subscribers and let your first time I will hear Milo TV. Go straight to the comment section, give a comment. I mean, yeah, call your name because of what I will share YouTube channel. And Banisi the ultras ano wonim se ne chiachia ebia na maka asem bia ensem fata ebia na me de me free se de me ye no eye ba wutia me nan so a aponchi break ebegina na ya hwede ekoso awo adishimama me YouTube channel no aye channel bia ya create se ye nuanom emrantie ne mabaawa afei no wonso onye kwanya wo ba Canada wo ba seek greener pasture. So what do we have to do regardless of which country they migrating to? Baby bia omoko bia no I was saying a daji na ye de boa wo na no na ma tumi ho asi wo say me nuanam Ghana for a mutu kwa akọ wiase afa na nyina no enema kakra minim bia no me so me ne wo mo be hye na wo fa bi ato ne kotodwam anya bibia ani sika da bi etoda futu sem bi tumi buo nipa ema ogina futuo no so etumi yeden e de be ye odehye jojara nyimi wo se onipa nam nyansa ne akokuduro so na ode aye odehye. Milo TV people, we're gonna have fun, body bim, body boom, body bim. Yeah. Alishma man come ebedi nyina ne say more than 28,000 failed claimants. More than 28,000 failed refugee claimants awaiting deportation. Na che say enipa bia nipa kuo bia omoye aduenu 28,000 pepepe anase ebroso kakra bi a mo ba Canada so wo be siki asylum no wo mo ensensem bi ne niema bi ankoyie eno nti Canada ba che se wo nyina ojugu bye bye obesa wo nyina ase na wo mu nkonsa ade wo mayadan akọ back to their native countries ba bibio mo free bia no obe deport wo nyina akọ adenti anade enti ana Canada yem prime minister owura frɛ no Justin Trudeau odi nsem bi say atudwa na oma bi mu so aba system no mu de bia me ka kire e wo fie ha se opese wotena abrochi na you successful a di omomra no so stay away from trouble unya credit card so me say twitwe emfo adwuma ni agro ye babatatuo obi man so ne yete no paper na wanya kra no ye just bibi kekene ye de identify wo say wo ye kuroba others a passport others and as a permanent resident okay and into the bia wo say den now, there is this newspaper I work Canada. Your friend Toronto Sun. And no na omo baba wa bia your friend Lily. Onye kwanya ewrewremu akwaye research. Na research ne mu no and all the information be at say den aba. And of course, over here enche Canada ban rura a friend Trudeau kroye bie kwanya no to say se obi wo USA na woni nkrata wo ho na se bia wo se fata se so oba Canada omumie akwanya no nto ho na wo ya no onye de omra dodo na agi twi ebewura system no mu yes but out of nipa dodo na obewura system no mu no se o makofa huhu amoa awuhu so mu se ebi mu wo ho a na omo wo records ebi mu wo ha na ensem fata se omba system no mu unse abrafo se omba say you can run but you cannot hide. You can run, but you cannot hide. Anunti, saafo nyina no, omudo mu nyina ebeko omu various omaya omu free. So I say, government documents show there is a small city worth of people who have been rejected and have yet to be deported, including criminals. O say, oba Canada ha, womu amuba system ni mu ombe siki asylum no. Nipa bi wo emu a, womu ayamfa womu yanyi womo antum na de ama yanyi womo antum nyina ne se sebi ebi mu ye mamoyefo bi mu ye criminals na ye de ahoho na chichiri oman beta hoho a obeba oman ni mu a wo ye hoho a wo chen ne de ana se hoho wo na nim too much se wo ye obokro no wo ye niam bi ensem fata no omuntumi ne wo ya ne nyeden entena oman ni mu sa na tie ja ne man ene wotimu ene wo de emra ato ho enti wo betumi a you live untumi so you go okay yen to aso o publish adi enche bia like few days ago and I mean so me gina me kasa fidie so I spread the information ama ya hwefo ne etiefo obi bia den ahwe ana hu de eko na o hwe video yi na bia se manka bibi ewo story ni mu na se o story na just add it na I mean so they say na sama ye kana enye credible say Prime Minister Justin Pierre Trudeau ofri Ottawa, only say Canada capital and yebia aye Ottawa. Ofri Ottawa echo all the way bia ye friend Montreal. Anyone premier echo tenase etwetwen komo efa sa nkrofo yi ho. Our Chese Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaks to reporters following his meeting with Quebec Premier François Legault. Efa sansensem ya ho say immigrants no the closest baby a ben US pa Montreal nti ho na dodo na fire den e baaye nti Trudeau ko ho ene wo mo premier no kotenase edwetwen komo yento aso say there are more than 28,000 failed refugee claimants facing warrants to be removed from Canada according to the Trudeau government. Pajoti ni ba nti woni pa bi wo system ni mu a omo nsem fata so omo tena oman ni mu nti Canada premier Prime Minister Trudeau chese sa nipa no nya bia wo se yi omu nyina ye ayo ne omu nyina out of the system ye nto aso emamo encourage mu so say that includes more than 600 people deemed inadmissible to conviction for a serious crime. Ose nipa na ye yi omo free Canada no ebi mu wo ho a wo mo ye niema bia akoye sabi awudie bi ne niema bia inadmissible me find na me hema cheche wana say ukuta dictionary I just pick it up go to dictionary honom na hwe inadmissible sankrofo no omo ye nipa bia dan kran omo ntimi ntena ha nti wo se wo omo nyina nkonsa na ye de omo ko o say ana me kabrofu kakra because when me quote from newspaper your friend the Toronto Sun or say that means that the number of people under active warrant to be deported after failing their refugee claim is bigger than towns like Brandon, Manitoba, or Inadmissibility or Alberta. I say you emia bia nipa bi wo ha obetena Toronto, Ontario, ene siki asylum. Ena ni claim na mfa. Ni claim na mfa na no tam ne bag sa no akwose ba bi e friend Inadmissibility anaso akwose Alberta. Nti safo ni nyina no Canada banche say wo mo rewrem a research hu ba bia omo wo. Nti omo kwa fishi omo nyina no mo den omo yi omo free system no. O say the number of active warrants issued to failed refugee claimants currently stands at 28,145 active warrants. Omo de warrant ato omo so you can say the warrant ato obi so na say ya several letter bi e che say ye be hiaw e wa aban mu ene wodi enkomo bi ana say bibi wo ho a wa ya ensem fata nti wo say the warrant na e be chew ye the warrant na be chew na ye de wakọ aban mu na yakodi wasem ho ye nto aso was a CBSA, Canada Border Service Patrol Agency officer, may issue warrant for the arrest and detention of a foreign national if the official if the officer has a reasonable grounds to believe the individual is inadmissible. Okay, obache say nipa bi o system no mu bia onsem fata bia na omo de warrant no e kwachi omu nyina na ye yi omu afri Canada oman no mu. Wasi those people no also omu nyina eba te say Immigration and Refugee Board no ombeto omu nsa afre sankrofo no nyina obi wa nasem eda so refugee board ye fra na edi wasema na edi uko detention sa na ye yi afri system no. Wasi the Trudeau government said in a response to an order paper questioning submitted by the Conservative. Also, Conservative no say we are Ghana near your Conservative and your Libra. A big king can hold you, but Liberal and conservative na ko say MPP NDC. They say liberal government and a T abanwa no so. Okay? And a conservative for no aye opposition. Inti opposition no and a pushy say liberal foi. Say mo gi nipa good system no mu. Na nya bia omo system no mu omo nsem fata no. Ade no magia omo ha mo mpia mo offload omo emfiri ho ansana mo term of office and there na se bibia ti say. O ti dem pa che na se. Sa anati nti e ba sa no na Trudeau nso ahia ase se wo yeden wo di hu djuma na wahwe na watumi atutu sa proye na se ayi wo mo a omo nsem fata nyina free system. Okay, yento aso. O say the government also stated there are 646 people who have been deemed inadmissible on grounds of serious criminality. Of those 410 committed 410 committed their crime and were convicted in Canada, whilst 236 were convicted in their home countries. Okay, Obacha said, nipa bi wo ha omaya mu Canada ye na omo ba ye omo ba ye anyina mo ho nsem bi a eni kwa se nko omo ye on ena bi wo nso a omo ye niema bi a wo mo back home se bi obi me free Ghana na ma ye niema bi a ensem fata wo Ghana ho omo nya nipa bi a mo rere ma ye research hu se sa nkrofo ni nyina da so system ni mu a e wo se yi omo nyina afi system no ntina da bi na me ka che mo se mo me nye ahweyie na ye ntutu ya na mo nsi yi enya se bedu ba bi no aha yesu e panchi a e de yembeko. Okay, all right, eti ya to aso de ano say CBSA a Canada Border Service Agency and as agent didn't answer how many of those 646 were being detained while awaiting deportation. Ebi o skura na ya chi bi kura gum ya de o mo detention a ade be chi bia ade be chi ade esa bia no na ye yi o mu free system no mu maako nti bra wo bedi edu atobo ase wate enkwara hye kroma wo start na ye basa etimi ye basa sa o te de make no. Okay, I say it is important to differentiate between inadmissibility and the current public safety risk. Inadmissibility applies to an individual who has previously committed a crime but who may not pose public safe risk today. The government response rates how so obi on so a our system no kura na or you risky to the system. Like, okay, for the say obi o ha ohun nipa o pese o shoot no ohun nipa o pese o de ne sabo no ohun nipa aha enti sa fo ni nyina bi o system no mu a omo ba behwe na omo tutu omo nyina ase na omo yi omo free system no say CBS did confirm there are 73 individuals detained that are failed refugee claimants, while another 12,882 people who are enrolled in an alternative to detention program. Osi abi mo ha on be so omo ko detention na omo ye programs bi e wo honom detention ho on say sometimes because of some penny no Canada population is about 40,000 or so. As omo penny penty bu anon person kan nipa na dwen sesa and nipa ne change a no ma keep in the system, but they do also they might think say nipa no on sesa we ne there on sesa da nti what they need to do is say kick him out of the system. Yento aso immigration lawyer Richard Colland said in an interview from Vancouver that while these numbers sound big, they don't make a large impact when spread across the country. Immigration Minister bin so asema no so the two jan no. So 28,000 people out in Cranbrook of Halifax, and it's going to show up, but 4,000 in Toronto isn't going to show up. Kalan said, hey, see, do no out of nipa 28,000 no, ebi mo Cranbrook, Halifax, and Chuana so on. Omo do na ye yi omo babontin, ba nipa 4,000 a wo Toronto no de omo ye yi omo MPA. News no ada so wo Toronto Sun, obetimi akwa he detail no. Kalan immigration lawyer na sem a waka no say the real scandal isn't how many people are facing an active warrant, but how many the government has stopped looking for and placed on the inactive list. On say aban no etoda otumi sori kiki na waje atena din na mo so mo hwehwe ye de warrant be kwa kwachiwe ye de we be kwa kwachiwe na but migration officer na chese omo spearhead no omo pushi na yi safo ni nyina every system no mo. I say this is a drop in the bucket. The inactive inventory is normally at least 1,000, he said. An immigration lawyer no ono ne nsema what they etutu dwa I don't know. Yeah, Milo TV people gonna have fun by the bim, by the boom, by the bem. Yeah, I say, given the large number of people making refugee claims in Canada over the past several years, there are likely many more people who have been ordered deported but haven't left. Canada say chemu say out of nipa dodo na wo ba Canada abedi adua siki asylum no. Ye de akwanya na to say dodo na free system no so bu a omukodi na asema yes okay wo case na untumi ntina Canada bio enti boaboa ho da say bra ye do be den ye do be koboko. Okay? Ele bu ho so a omdi na asem wie na omu free say nipa ni kwan say owura system no mu no omde ni ko detention. Enti Toronto Sun HSA nipa bi wo ha so many years ago like more than 15-20 years ago and Canada ba chen mu say owura pie free system no ma na owura ba pie free system no ba wo ya no won say dogo bi nu abe oda so aye den e wo system no mu safo no bi e na mo hwe omo. I say between 2017 and 2023 a total of 321,788 people have applied for asylum, but just 145,751 or 45% have been accepted. Oh, and the out of NIPA, mukodi adro from 2017 to 2023 no. Out of NIPA 321 no. 321,788 no. Womo Canada ban agi womo tena ase ma womo krata no eye 145,751 and now say 45%. Eti opache say ebi mo ha ya reject omo but have abandoned or withdrawn their application or are still in process. Ebi won so a omo de enda so system ni mu a Canada ban gu so aden o process ya omo cases no pending. Migration lawyer na answer ma kan no say I'm not convinced that they don't know where they are, Kellan and said, adding it's just often that they don't want to look for them. Okay, so immigration law and say they all who know the Canada ban ye na dwen say opeso official omo out e you omo free system no mu na so ye na dwen say obe you omo free system no mu dia kin ane kin obetimi eden e you omo free system no mu nti sa nkrofo no emfa ho say ono kra ye immigration lawyer onik ayi bi obetimi agina so agi omo unse wo record a wo ayi record bi e da wo so a eden pa say lawyer betimi eden agi o lawyer for no bije omo mu ni omo adwuma na omo je ba we no was state a o cheche mu we say we should be doing more to remove people who are deemed inadmissible, but successful Canadian government have taken a different attitude to removers. The government takes the view that if the people on the removers list haven't done anything to cause harm lately, then they aren't a real problem. What do I say? Oh no, a lawyer na de nanko the only man say nipa bi a oye inadmissible. I ni kwan so otena system no mu no. I say nke yi no free system no mu, yi ne totwene. Ba Canada ban na mo bako nyina che say empo se nipa no kra ye di nasem, nya bi edi ni wo ya nasem. Ne bia nipa no se onsem fata kra say otena system no mu ana say ye di nasem wodi for ye mfa ne sa wodi for. I say yi ne free system no mu. Na se wo ya no timi de ne ho ekope ba bi no obo no ho adwa a na Canada ban nim enso no yi nani no wagya wo no mo de namu according to lawyer no o se sa afo ni nyina ni kwa senke ye den ye entertain wo mo o senke ye nu wo mu nyina se agriculture abani ye sweep wo out of the system. I say many of the 28,000 with current active warrants out for their removal will one day end up on the inactive list, and sadly that will include some of the criminals. Nti sanity o nti adene de akoye se oba system ni mu a to bo ase nipa obesu ya no nsema obeka che no watie bi de beboa wo you know nyese o kan ya na wafa na kikiki story no e wapa ba ye bebo ni tewtew ni achechi say there are criminals period, they shouldn't be here. Lawyer no na no, those deemed inadmissible on grounds of serious criminality. I say omo ma ye boni ansem fata pa na de o se nka Canada ba yi omo free system mu kura nanso waya hwe ha omo tete hono. I say chances are they didn't hop on a plane to go home, he added. Okay, so obu ha yes that's a brand number 4 flight neko ebia what Jane Street yes ye di wasem amfa enti o flight are ready e wo Pearson ya wada no patututu ko board the flight neko what ya no fa ne bag no wo rewre mu no wakope Saskatoon ba bi no hye omo sa ni nyina mo system mu anka ban no betumi eden ayi o mo afri mu but Canada ban abunua agunasum according to lawyer I friend Connor nensema okano. To get that designation, you must have been convicted of a crime that carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Those include convictions such as assault with a weapon, theft over 5,000, arson, and child luring, among others. Osi ebi mo ha wo mo boni o madi nyina ne se sebi womo ebi mo ha kansa ketimi jeli womo be 10 years kura wa system no because obi wo ha omo kuta serious convention omo de sika na etuo ne niema bokro no na so omo tututuo ne niema no ba omo nyina so kura da so wa system no mu you know ebi mo ho so a ase such as weapon ebi mo so omo possess etuo ne ade omo sa ye twa omo ase twa omo so ebi mo so akobokro no wa wie sika more than 5,000 and so ye so mo ani kwan say nke ye de omo di agrokra ba ban de wobu nu aguni na sum oyi nani. I say the Trudeau government has never taken the refugee crisis seriously. In fact, at times they seem to encourage it, with so many people and less than half of them being accepted as legitimate. The government needs to get serious about removals, especially for those on the criminal side of the equation. Adishimama na chese ensem wei ene ensem a epiepie say lawyer bia ono o Vancouver ntwa no so ne ensem a woka nyina ne say Trudeau government no why lenient so much why yinani ama kronobo ekoso system no mu obi ho se yini free system no mu na why ahwe ha no wohwe no obi ho sabi wakobo krono o se yede nitum na wahwe na ya soften eniema pecha ne eja no nam ho eti on de o kan nyina ne say Trudeau government no won soro waka na eniema bi atiti se nyina no wontu ase na akoye proye ene ketase hye adishimama Medin the Prince Kojitewi IMC Milo Canada based Ghanaian journalist. Subscribe is your first time we are like na wa comment na wa share. Eti ene nsem kakra kuwa kra friend Toronto Sun de buy no eno ne yabo no tofa amobi bia enya biare. Milo TV bari bim bari boom bari pem. Yeah.
Milo TV bari bim bari bim bari bim. Yeah.
Yeah.